Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 73. Today, joining me, as always, Steven Sims.
Got an Xbox Series S.
Welcome to the family.
Is that a new one, or is that your kids?
This is mine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Absolute bastard nightmare. We'll get to that in a minute.
What, getting it?
No. Introduce Daniel, and we'll talk about
We'll get to that. And also joining me, Daniel. Never really.
Hello, welcome.
Nah, get on. What's this story?
So, I buy it. So, like, our local games got this banging deal. It's like you trade in your old Xbox. So I had the big old Xbox, didn't I? And it's like 120. You get like £129 for it or something like that.
Pretty good for being the original one.
Yeah, exactly. So I only runs till like this Thursday. So I was like, best time to do it now, hey. Got it home, set it all up, used the old Xbox Doodle appy thing. It was like sand. And it just took forever to sign anyone in. I was like, what's going on here? It just wouldn't sign anyone in, wouldn't connect to the internet. But I checked my internet connection, and it was like, yeah, you're online. I was like, well, I can't sign in. So I was like, I must have a faulty Xbox. So then, like, connect it wired, worked fine. I was like, what's going on? So then I was like, if it's the internet, it's not going to work. I'll go and plug it in upstairs. Where I just took Roxy's out, put Roxy's back in. I put mine in, and it connects to the internet like that. I was like, what the fuck? What's going on? So I was like, well, it's not the Xbox. It must be the internet. Reset the router about 9 times. Anyway, long story short, where the Xbox is, right next to my Nintendo Switch, when my TV's connected to the internet, my PlayStation 5's connected to everything's connected to the internet, but this motherfucker just won't connect. It would connect, but it won't sign in. Honestly, 3 days of just pure like it's easily solved. Put a wire in it, but why? You know when you just want to know why things don't work.
You shouldn't have to do that, you know. So did you call GameStop or whoever this is?
Well, no, because it's not the Xbox is fine. Like, because I brought Roxy's down. I brought Roxy's down, and it had the same issue. And my router,
it's a you problem.
Exactly, my router is like what? I'd say that far apart from the Xbox.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've rung my internet provider. I don't know. But other than that, it works fine.
You're connecting to the internet, but it just won't sign.
It just won't. It will just sign in. Spin.
It just loads.
This took too long. It won't sign.
Like, were you able to boot up games or whatever without signing?
Yeah, I didn't try. I just couldn't. I was connected to the internet, but I wasn't signed in. It's the most bizarre thing ever because the PS5's connected. Everything's connected. Like the PS5 is like this far apart from the Xbox. So I'm just like, it's so weird.
It's not distance to the router.
Yeah, but then. But it was upstairs, further away, and it connected instantly.
That's so weird.
It's so weird. Well, no, it's nice to have. It is nice to have. It's nice and diddy. It's cute. Instant like loads. I've downloaded a few games. I've not even really played on it, but it's just there, isn't it? Like, ready for Flight Simulator.
Sign in.
I've sorted now. I can put a wire in. Like, it's not a big issue. It is a big issue.
Did Flight Simulator come out for the
console? It comes out in July for the console.
Yeah, this month.
So I need to know your addresses, boys, because I'm flying over your houses. I want to see where you live, man. I'm well excited for that.
Outside and shake hands.
Yeah, man.
Be great.
I'm gonna have one of them.
If you want more interesting stories like that, you can subscribe to our channel.
Yeah,
probably on right now. Yeah, please subscribe to us over on YouTube. You subscribe to us over on audio platforms, whatnot. We do other stuff over there too. Go check us out.
Yeah, hopefully another MMA show soon. I'm thinking.
Yeah, right? After the next pay-per-view for sure.
Is that this weekend?
No, it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Cool.
Yeah, get that out. We're also doing some movie review stuff, which will roll out in due time. Would you want to say something?
Where are you on the Xbox? Like, we need to get you an Xbox now.
Oh, I told you, 12 minutes bundle.
That's not
great.
You're not getting a bundle.
I'm getting a bundle, Daniel. Okay, getting a fucking bundle.
You want me to call up Uncle Phil?
Yeah, call up.
Hey, Uncle Phil. Hey. Uncle Phil, get him a bundle.
I want you to
right now.
engrave the number 12 on the fucking side or something. I don't know. Remember that cool movie poster, the 12 minutes people released? Like, make it look like that.
Yeah.
So
that was really cool.
Nowadays, like, adding just context to what I was just saying. It's just like the old Xbox, my old original Xbox, connected, no issues. Wireless, same position, same place, connected fine. Just
only thing I can think is like disconnect the PS5 and the Switch around it and then try it.
Maybe hard reboot the whole console.
Did like not literally? I probably restarted the console about 7 times.
Not like turn it off.
No. Completely okay, like reset the thing. Because they're not difficult to.
Yeah, no, you can full reboot. Yeah,
they're not difficult to reboot. You know, to reinstall everything. Like, you either use the app. I use the app. I didn't use the app. I used the app. I don't know. It's weird. It was so weird.
I've never used the app. I've never like installed things through apps.
Yeah, but I swear you did when we did the unboxing. After the unboxing.
No, we talked about it. I didn't do it that way.
It was such a simple process. Never mind. It is. I don't know. Maybe. I feel like I've got an old router. I don't know. I even tried changing the
Mine's pretty old too.
Forget it. I don't know.
I got like a 5-year-old router now.
It was just so frustrating. Like literally, like I spent all of Sunday night just pissed off with it. Like at one point at the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this is a bit weird. It'll be alright," and then it just continued to be a problem. Until like Wednesday, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just use a wire." Because I rang the provider. They were like, "Yeah, don't worry, sir. We'll reset your internet from our end," and then it worked for like a couple of hours, and then turned it off. Tried it in the morning. Was having none of it.
Well, Simmons, please keep us updated. I'm gonna lose sleep over this personally.
You should, man. You should lose sleep.
I will.
Connor is personally invested.
I'm very invested in this. And we will now move on to some video game news.
The news.
Yeah, been a good week. Surprisingly good week for video game news.
Yeah.
First up, Konami and Bloober Team have announced a new partnership that involves the two sharing technology and developing certain projects together. This is widely suspected to have something to do with Silent Hill.
It could.
Guys, what do we think? Exciting news. I think these were rumors last year, right?
Yeah, no, it was this year. It was just a couple months ago.
Yeah,
but yeah, we talked because
Bloober Team was probably working with Konami in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, we talked about the rumor of them making 2 Silent Hill games. It was one with a reputable Japan studio they didn't name, or that the rumor didn't name, and then the other one was a smaller with Bloober Team.
Yeah. So yeah, cool news. Interesting that they're doing this whole partnership thing. I think it's not just hey, we're teaming up and they're making a game. It sounds like they're going further than that even. So
maybe they'll acquire them. Something like that. Like,
I don't know if Bloober Team's working on multiple projects with them. Like I don't
think they're that big of a team to do that, but they do work. Quickly.
I don't either.
They generally
I don't know.
Quickly.
Like. Everyone's assuming it's Silent Hill here. I wonder.
We don't know
on other things too. So
could be a new IP, like a new horror IP. Look, this definitely shows that Konami is slowly like getting to like we're getting back into the game industry. They've been dipping their toe with collections, and I think the last big game was Metal Gear Survive. They did a couple indie games. They published a couple indie games. And then there's collections, but maybe this is them like, all right, we have a lot of good IP, Capcom's making a resurgence. Maybe we could do that.
Tim, do you think this has anything to do with all this Silent Hill shit being about? Maybe they just announced this now to shut everyone up.
It's definitely, again, the word of the week coincidence. Like it has been like rumored, like there was like two studios making some IPs. But when you think of Konami, like what other horror franchises would they have to maybe resurrect other than maybe a new IP? Like,
I would just say a new IP.
Not horror, but like Castlevania.
Yeah.
But then like Bloober Team doesn't really fit that MO of like Castlevania
action.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really set the world on fire, though, does it? Like you immediately think, oh, AA. And obviously, I think when it comes to Silent Hill, you want to be thinking AAA. That's no disrespect to Bloober Team. I'm sure they're. I mean, the medium was. I don't know what. I don't know. Like, I can't think of the word. Like, it was reviewed all right. It was an okay game, wasn't it? That's what it came out to, like medium. Pardon the pun. Review, like so. Yeah, it'd be interesting. You know, why not? Like the medium looked very Silent Hill-y, and then with it's.
Nat Layers of Fear was great. The Observer people like as well.
Blair Witch was great as well. Yeah,
I like Blair Witch.
Yeah, Blair Witch is great.
I mean, the first half of Blair Witch I think is great. I think the second half wasn't good, but they had something there as well. Like they always like have some good things, and if this partnership, maybe they'll get like actual Konami devs to help them, so it isn't just a Bloober Team project. It's both of them, and that could be like really good. You get the best of both worlds, bigger budget, you know, maybe the Fox engine, they could use that or something. Who knows? Imagine that. Imagine a horror game in the Fox engine.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It would be great. Well, with only playing a bit of Final Metal Gear Solid 5, it was stunning. Great. Like what I played of Metal Gear Solid was great. I just kind of burnt out on it, but the Fox engine, smashing. Proper English phrase, that smashing. I am intrigued. I think it is Silent Hill, but I think we're gonna get like a Silent Hill, like, you know, the last ones that we got, like Downpour. Like that's what I see. Like, another double A Silent Hill, and I just feel like if it comes out to double A or it's all right, then it's just gonna kind of like, I want to say damage it, but
yeah, but we should be happy.
The team could make like a big AAA Silent Hill game though, like with enough money and stuff.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it also, I think we should probably be more just happy that there's a chance it's coming back. Because like,
yeah, of course, I'm saying
like it could just be dead. You know what I mean? Like Metal Gear. Like maybe they'll do something with Metal Gear, but probably not after the reception of Survive. So we should just kind of be happy that there's a potential.
Surely they'll do something with Metal Gear again, though.
Maybe.
That's just money on a plate, though, isn't it?
Nothing's like ever dead though in video games. Like I know what you're saying, but like,
I mean, if anything, it'd be like a remaster.
Even if there's not
like
a Metal Gear game for like another like 10 years, Metal Gear will come back at some point. It's the same with Silent Hill, same with Castlevania.
Castlevania and Silent Hill, I think for sure.
Like what really stays dead? You know what I mean? Like there's really nothing now.
That's really deep, Connor. What really stays dead?
What really stays dead? In your heart, things live on, Sims.
Let's touch on last Friday's antics. While we're talking about Silent Hill, obviously we were all, some of us, most of the internet, anticipating the older demo app thing from, I forgot the name of the studio because it's old news, Blue Box, and then obviously 3:00 on the dot. You know, the developer Kareem, I butcher his name. I'm terribly sorry. Quick video with delay in it, which is a bit.
I think you called him Kareem.
His name's Kareem.
It's like Harim or something.
It's Kareem. It's Kareem. Natalie, help me.
I think it's Hansen. Hansen something. What was it?
It's Haran Kassam or something.
You guys remember that band?
Who?
Oh, I don't do it.
Oh, Hassan
Karahaman.
Yeah, there you go.
See, I was nearly there. Yeah. Anyway,
no,
I don't know if anyone's picked up on this, but his initials also HK.
That is cool.
Kind of like Hideo Kojima.
Great.
Who's Wizard tinfoil hat?
I threw it away. But you know, with the app,
it's Hassan Karaman.
Okay, thanks.
Hassan Karaman. There you go. She typed it in the chat, and then she came up and told you.
Sorry, guys.
It's like, no, you guys are fucking butchering.
Yeah. So it's annoying. It was annoying. The app, you know, the delay was on Tuesday, or you know, we're delaying this till Friday because of localization issues, and then Friday they just delay it. Like, why did they delay? Why did they delay it? Is it because it got too out of hand, and then they were like,
"Yep,
let's let this calm down."
I was gonna tell them, but yeah, it's because they want to completely get away from the entire story because I think that just tells you they know that it has nothing to do with any of it. They want everyone to forget about the game, the studio, the whole thing, and just let them forget. We'll be back in a month and a half, whatever it is.
If that's the case, I just cannot understand why they did this. Like, I just don't get it. Like, why did
they just probably didn't expect it to get that big? But anything with Kojima gets that big. So what?
The initial tweet with the starts with an S, ends in an L. Like, you guys fucked up on that one. Like, why the hell would you put that out?
Yeah, and they deleted it and all that. Like, they really like did not do this.
It was a good marketing tool. I'll give them that. But like, I don't know. When this game actually comes out, people might hate you guys. You know, by the time, like, people might just not buy it out of spite now.
People don't forget.
No, I completely disagree. I think people
don't forget.
Quick to forget things.
I don't know.
I think by the time this game comes out and people see this on the PlayStation Store and people are talking about it or whatever, and like especially if it comes out to like mediocre reviews and whatnot, people are gonna shit all over this game because they said
it's probably next year, right?
They said this year.
They said this year.
I would probably doubt it. I mean, they can't even get the fucking demo ready by the time they said they would, and they delayed it a whole month.
It's not even a demo. It's an app.
It's an app. They couldn't even get the fucking app ready.
Yeah, but it's like revealing the game and all that. So, like, who knows?
We've wasted enough time on this bollocks.
You're the one that brought it up.
I know. I feel like I wasn't disappointed. I was angry at the fact, like,
I was trying. That's what I was trying to. I didn't want to be overbearing last week.
No,
I tried to just let you guys talk. I was trying to tell you guys this.
Daniel warned us.
I wasn't disappointed as in like, oh, it's not coming out. I was angry at the point of like, you knew this.
The whole thing?
You knew this. Yeah. You knew it wasn't ready Tuesday. Like, and then to then schedule a tweet at 3:00, or the time that apps would hit the store. I just think what a piss poor. That's another ploy of like more like they're doing it on purpose. Like they're doing all this is on purpose. Like they knew that wasn't ready on Tuesday. So what? Why tell us on the day at the time? It's poor. It's piss poor marketing. Piss poor communication. And they're not doing themselves any justice. Like I think silently, pardon the pun, PlayStation will like just won't be promoting any more of their stuff. I don't think you'll see anything on the blog again. Yeah. Unless it is something bigger than the abandoned game. I'm not necessarily saying it is Silent Hill, but I don't know, the way it's all gone about, like the way he communicates on Twitter, the way that he's like, oh no, the app's not delayed on the dot. It's like we were all waiting for Horizon comes out, and it's like, and then Gorilla's like on the day at the time at midnight when your clock runs out on your PlayStation pre-order. Oh yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's just the whole world was going. It doesn't matter. I wasn't expecting anything. I wasn't disappointed. I was just angry at this, like the way they handled that situation. Just like tell us on Tuesday, like don't give us some localization bullshit. Just tell us, oh, it's not coming out till August. They're just riding the wave of like people talking. They enjoy it. Of course he does. He sits there like he looks tired and I'm not. Who do you? You love it. Don't sit there looking sad. Like you're enjoying this ride. So I don't know. Just
favorite was when people try to say he's a CGI person.
It was good quality, man. What was it? It was great. Even I was like, that's not real. That's a good camera, or that's not real. Like he does, and obviously like, I've played enough. Engine. I've played enough LA Noire, and he's like
Unreal Engine 5 looks great.
He's like, it's not coming out. This month.
Doubt.
Just like that, you know what I mean? Arrest this man! Doubt. And then you always there's always a chase scene after. Everyone did a run.
You're always running and trying to get him.
Got run. There's some really good chase scenes in that game, though. And the one through the movie. Or not the movie set.
I've only seen the game. I've never played it.
Oh, really? Just one where you run through a movie set.
Anyway, I watched Funhouse play that game.
Next up, Sony has officially acquired Housemarque, the developer behind games like Returnal and Resogun. This is big news, somewhat. Sony finally
good for them.
tying the knot with Housemarque there.
Yeah, good for them. Like it's job safety. Really good.
It feels like you're on the toilet and you're scrolling through Facebook, and then you see that your friends that have been together about 8 years, and they're like, oh yeah, we're engaged, and you're like, well, finally.
I didn't realize you guys weren't.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh right, and you kind of looked at it as like, oh, good news. Then you hit the nail on the head. The whole studio is secure. Sony will pump that money in. Better games will start coming out. Returnal 2 will coming out. Not necessarily Returnal 2, but more better games with job security. But this was just like, okay.
Yeah,
I'll touch on that too, because like Housemarque was like 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, even like on the brink of closing.
Yeah,
like they were making this battle royale game no one wanted, and they didn't know what to do and what to make with their game. So this is great for them. Like, congratulations to them getting job security like this and probably being able to hire more developers and whatnot. Like it's great news.
I feel like they were already like ramping up for this game, so this is just like let them actually be a AAA studio now.
I feel
get
like
a little bit more.
I feel like we what we're talking about now is I've not heard many other people talk about. Like the people behind the games.
Oh, how good this is for them.
Yeah, for the people.
I think most people get really caught up in like, oh, what are they making next and whatnot, But like, I mean, we're not going to know their next game for quite a while still, so it doesn't really matter. But overall, I mean, it is just good news for the studio.
Yeah, and Returnal turned out well. Maybe was Returnal a test? Was that so, or was the paper or pen to paper already? Surely, I think Sony would look at the numbers though.
Like we have the MPD, so I'm very curious where it's going to be on that. But I doubt that it sold like exactly what they wanted it to. But I think that they got enough out of Returnal to say, hey, if we put a little bit more money and a little more time, they could be huge. And I think that's what this is.
Definitely. I also think Housemarque adds a really good variety to PlayStation Studios overall.
They need that. But
yeah,
Returnal's getting to the point of it just being another Sony looking game. I want Housemarque to kind of keep Housemarque, keep that vibe. They don't need to be another third person.
Completely different from like, Horizon and God of War, right?
What if
you played more, so I guess you tell me.
I beat the game. What if Xbox fanboy number 1 beat the Sony first party game that none of you have played? So thank you. I'm just kidding.
Some optimism.
What if Maternal, the sequel, Maternal, about another mom? What if that game?
They should hire
was
you
just
for that
though. What if that game was just an open world third person shooter, not like how this is? And then it would just be another like Sony game. It's like I want them to kind of keep their arcadey feel. I don't want them to get too big.
Yeah, I mean that's become more and more a noticeable problem for Sony, right? Is that all of them are third-person AAA action games, which personally I fucking love. But
we all love them,
yeah, exactly.
But they need variety. Like, like I go and look at Xbox, and we see like the breadth of their studios. They're all doing something different for the most part, and that's awesome. So hopefully they kind of keep this arcade feel, but get bigger. I don't know. That's going to be hard for them. I'm very curious what their next game's going to be.
Yeah, me too. I mean, let's just stay on that. What would you want their next game to be?
I think Returnal was really great in some aspects, so I think they need to stick with the third-person shooting.
Would you like another roguelike?
If it's going to be like Returnal, no.
But like, if they try to fix some of the problems, because a lot of the problems people have with this game were some of the roguelike aspects, right?
Yeah, that's my problem. I mean, some people I think like.
I did too from the little bit I played. Like,
I think if they want to fix that, then yeah. But if it's just going to be Returnal 2, I don't want that.
Sure.
I want it's taken up a notch. Like maybe try to have just a more linear shooter, something like that, co-op shooter, maybe.
Personally, I would like it if they scale back again. Make like a $40 type thing. Maybe go back to your arcade shooters or whatever. Do something like that.
2 teams. Big team, and then little team, so they can kind of. That's what they've been doing.
Higher up,
right?
Get different teams at Housemarque going.
They've been doing it.
Where's Housemarque located, by the way? It's more in Europe, right?
It's in Finland. It is the oldest Finnish studio, apparently.
That's cool.
Yeah. It'd be really like they've been doing this 2-team thing. Like it seems like every Sony studio is like splitting and making 2 things, doing 2 things at the same time. So maybe they'll do that with Returnal. Small arcade game, maybe it'll be 50. It won't be 40. That's their scale is 50, 60, 70. So it'll be 50 and then have a $70 Returnal 2.
And then Sims. I know personally, like I've never really connected with like a house smart game that much. You know, I've never like been in love with it. Like I liked Resogun. I played enough of it to enjoy it. And then same thing with Returnal. Just wasn't really my thing. Sims. I know you kind of feel similarly. What do you want to see from this studio?
I don't think I'll ever play, like a house smart game if they carry on the way they are doing. But that is for somebody else. That's just not for me. And I'm always happy for people getting what they want. So,
and maybe that's part of the problem though with all these games becoming giant AAA third-person shooters is that people like me and you won't play it. You know, if it's not. I mean, obviously we like other genres of games, but like if they come out and just make like another Returnal or another twin stick shooter arcade game, we're probably not going to play it. But if they did make a AAA third-person shooter, we'd probably fucking play it, you know?
I think what put me off Eternal was just a roguelike. I just can't be doing with the whole, it's hard, and if you die, you get nothing. And then doing the same kind of loop over and over again. I don't know, that just puts me off. I'd like them to do the AAA third-person story. Returnal.
As we're talking, I'm like, I wouldn't mind it.
But that's for me. Like that's just him.
Right.
That's what just gets the older juices flowing for Steve. But I definitely want to see variety, especially like I want people to come to PlayStation and find different types of games other than Uncharted and Days Gone. Best game on PS5.
Uncharted? Yeah, I agree.
No,
Next up.
Days Gone. No. God.
Where do we want to go from here? Ghost of Tsushima is getting a director's cut for PS4 and PS5 with a expansion called what is this island again, Danny?
I'd say Iki.
Iki
Island.
Iki Island.
It's not an L though. I don't know.
No, it's an I. It's a capital I.
Is that? Oh, okay.
I typed it.
Okay, I'm messed up. Called Iki Island, and this will be arriving on August 20th. I personally am not excited for this. I thought the rumors were that this was going to be a standalone type thing, like a First Light or Miles Morales type thing. And that I was excited for. But this just being proper DLC, now I'm getting I think it's the same thing as like Horizon when they did the what was it called? Something
Frozen
Land.
Yeah, it was like
Frozen Wild.
Oh, Frozen
Wild. Yeah, sure. Horizon Christmas Land when they did that. That was cool. And I mean, I only played that because I loved Horizon so much, but I probably won't play this.
Yeah, that was like a standalone
extra DLC.
Yeah, but it wasn't on a disc on its own, was it?
Yeah, but like it was an add-on to the game. It wasn't like
it was just normal DLC.
Yeah, it was just normal DLC. Exactly. It wasn't like
this
what I was saying with
doesn't
First
seem
Light
like
and,
that.
Morales. No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. This is just like your standard DLC. This is just an add-on to the game and another island you can go to.
This seems even less.
This is a 2-hour, 3-hour thing.
Yeah, this just seems like a little.
To me, it sounds exactly like that Frozen Wilds thing.
But that's
but Frozen Wilds was a complete marketed expansion.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was like a new area, but that's what this has too.
You're trying to compare it to First Light and Miles. Those are games, basically.
Yeah, I'm saying
like
this
Frozen
is
Wilds was an
expansion.
expansion.
This isn't Miles Morales.
Yeah, I'm saying it's less than an expansion.
You think it's less than the Horizon one? Because
I don't know. It doesn't even have a name, really. They're just calling it like the
go to another island,
but
IKEA Island. That's what it's called.
Is that the name of the expansion? It just sounds like a location.
Yeah, that's the name of the DLC.
That's a weird name for a DLC.
It's just another part. I mean, I read in the blog.
Like, they're adding like a new island. Like that's
I get that.
Called, so you call
I get that.
Oh,
it just doesn't feel. Yeah, it doesn't feel like an expansion. It just kind of feels like, we just added a little bit to the map. You know what I mean?
You're both absolutely right. But what me and Connor wanted, I know you're probably not the biggest fan of this, but me and Connor wanted that 10-hour, little taste. Do you mean just to get us going? I was really all week hearing these rumors and conversations of like I could happily go for a 10-hour experience in September, October. Do you know what I mean? Just to wet the old whistle.
Yeah, in my mind, this was gonna be like they were also getting invaded on a different island, and here's a different character and shit like that or whatever. That's what I was expecting. But this doesn't get me going too much. Daniel.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sims.
Yeah, I was just saying, like,
are you excited for this? Like, would you play this?
No. Who are you talking to?
Yeah,
we've been doing this for a year. We should know.
I said Daniel.
Sorry, I was going to say something.
I thought you were talking to me. I will never play it, so go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead, Sims.
Oh, no, you want to talk to me. For saying like the game come out on the 17th of July last year, and for saying they've knocked out some big old multiplayer, like, you know, one-off raid type thing. They've knocked out a director's cut for PS5, added some haptics, you know, upgraded the visuals, you know, made it look prettier, and they've got this like bit of DLC. And we all sitting here going, oh, it could be 2 hours, it could be 3 hours, it could be just the Frozen Wild things, it could be Final Fantasy interlude thing. We don't know. It is another island, it's another location, and that requires work no matter what. And the fact that they've knocked that out is incredible. Like the fact that they've in a year and 4 days. I mean, fair enough. The game probably went gold in February. And the game was probably expected to release in April, May, and obviously ended up coming out in July. Yeah, you can't take it away from them.
It's probably a small team. You know, the other team's working on the sequel, so
yeah,
this is probably just a very small.
But they were saying they've knocked it out in a year due COVID.
I like your point there, though. Like this package overall, once this comes out on August 20th, that's a really good deal because you get that multiplayer thing, then the whole game, and then this little DLC. So I mean, that's a beefy game there.
Yeah, the game is already pretty beefy.
I know we weren't mega high on it, but we all enjoyed it.
The game,
yeah, we all like enjoyed it.
Game.
I don't think we loved it. I think we really enjoyed it, and I think if they gave us number 2, we'd be like, yeah, sad, can't wait.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
A lot of people on Twitter are like, oh, this is my best game of last year, and I'm like, you know, good for you. But like for me, it was a.
You're wrong, but good for you.
It was a palate cleanser. Like it really, like it took you out of that real, like harsh reality of Last of Us 2. Because I think we'd all just finished Last of Us 2, and it'd all been like, we sat there and like,
actually, to cut some people up, please.
Just sat there like, I need a cigarette, like, and then obviously then this came out, and we're just like, this is cool. This is a video game, and I'm happy. So for saying they've knocked, this is like a big package and like new stuff, and it's gonna look better, so that requires work, and obviously, yeah, probably is a different team, but. I'm a bit disappointed. Like this came out an hour ago. This news did. So I was a bit like, oh, I wish it was like, you know, Iki Islands, Ghost of Tsushima, Iki Islands comes out September the 10th. It's a what do they call it for Miles Morales? Like, what do they call it? Anybody?
What do you mean?
They were just like
Manhattan. Did they put a name on these? I can't remember.
Are you talking about the boroughs?
No, like what was like Miles Morales? They explained Miles'
experience.
It was like really confusing when they like this is a shorter experience Spider-Man. This would be the shorter experience.
That dumb term that they made up. Yeah, I'm not going to use it. So,
but you know, I was expecting that. I was genuinely looking forward to it. I was like, you know, I'm at work cooking some foods, and I'm just like listening on my podcast. I'm like, you know what? I could go for some Ghost of Tsushima for 10 hours. Do you know what I mean? 2 hours a night. You know, play it once. Get the plat. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, disappointed. You missed the mark, sucker punch. You will not be receiving $70.
They just gave you a sucker punch. You know what I mean?
They did right in the gonads. I wouldn't pay £70 again a year later. And I do think anybody who I've not read the complete blog, but are they saying that we get the PS5 upgrade for free? Because I'll have a look.
I don't know.
I think it was you get the upgrade for free, but then you got to pay 20 for the extra DLC or something.
It's probably 70, and then you get the PS5 version with this DLC.
Yeah, but you could buy the DLC. So
exactly.
I don't know how
you
that
could buy
works.
the DLC set. You could buy it separately because it is coming for PS4.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll check out this DLC, especially at that release date. I don't know. Fall picks up quite early this year with all the fall game releases, so. I mean, normally that would be a good date and a good time to put out something like this, but
right now it's
not this year. Yeah, not this year.
Yeah, it's coming out in the same week as Psychonauts 2 and 11 minutes and what's minutes. The other one? 12. I'm sorry. I don't know. That's so weird. 12 minutes and Kana. They're all three are coming out like the same week. So like then this too, like.
I think Kina's like 4 days after this even, so right?
Yeah.
24, so yeah, kind of a bad time for it, but you know, maybe I'll check it out. Don't know.
I think you have to pay. You have to pay. You don't get an upgrade. Yeah, I'm not. It says, how much is the upgrade? PS4 players will be able to pre-order an upgrade to the Director's Cut for $20. PS4 players who own a Director's Cut can upgrade to the PS5 version of the Director's Cut for $10. Anyone with an original PS4 copy of Ghost of Tsushima looking to upgrade to the Director's Cut on the PS5 will have to pay $30. It doesn't say anything about you just getting the free PS5 upgrade.
So they're making you pay $10.
$30 is a PS4. It's ridiculous.
So it says about Iki Island. Iki Island is a neighbouring island to Tsushima and will add new chapter to Jin's adventure. Alongside the new island to explore, there will be a new storyline to follow, though details are being kept a secret. Expect new environments, new armour, new techniques, and more when you visit Iki.
IKEA.
I don't like this. Well, I know we talked about it for a while. I don't like the fact that I won't be getting the PS5. Even if I don't get all the bells and whistles, like if I don't get Iki, I'd like my PS4 version to be upgraded for free. Well, I suppose that's
I understand paying for the DLC, but having to pay for the upgraded version sounds like bullshit, especially when all the other companies are not making you do that, except EA.
I suppose this might be the way we're going, though. You know what I mean? Maybe just give us a year's grace. Maybe they're just giving us.
So there's not too many of these left, right? That would be upgrade. I guess they could do however many they fucking wanted, but in my mind, like you can't go back and start pulling like 2017, 2018 games and being like, oh, here's the PS5 version.
I don't know.
You wait till Bloodborne gets redone.
Exactly.
And actually,
hopefully they don't do that. I don't want them gouging people.
Next up, Nixies Software. Is that what we're going with?
Nixies,
sure. Nixies Software, a support studio and a port house studio, is joining PlayStation Studios. These guys specialize in PC ports for games. So
more of those come. That's exactly what I was going to say. Welcome to pretty much every PlayStation exclusive just being ported. Like this is really great for that.
Spider-Man. You know? That would be.
Honestly,
I'm jumping ahead here, but
with this, like,
do that with a pack with Miles, like that'd be great.
That, or even like all 4 Uncharted's or something. Like, I feel like we're gonna this just shows like they're seeing really.
Uncharted 4 is the one coming to PC now, right?
Yeah, but let's get the collection as well.
Yeah, so, you need that whole Nathan Drake collection.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Sony is seeing good numbers on Steam, and they're like, let's do everything on Steam.
They definitely are. Horizon was on the charts for like.
So was Days Gone was selling well on Steam. It's like their game. I'm sure Death Stranding was as well. So, just put everything there. Like I would not be surprised if the Ratchet games, everything.
Sure, all that. Good news for PC players. Sims, anything to say on this?
This isn't like the biggest of like news. Like it's on the blog. It's not on the PlayStation blog.
No, it's not the biggest of news.
It's not like they're buying a team that's going to make a game.
No,
right?
of course.
Exactly.
It's kind of very. It's very.
This is a deal to make more money. That's what this is.
Of course, yeah. Like it's just Herman Holst. You know, he tweeted out. We should have seen it coming. The Ghost of Tsushima stuff with Herman's picture on Twitter. I got no problem with this. If it is just for the PC ports, everyone should play games. Like, you know, people might not hear, console players might not like want to hear me say this, but playing on a PC is the best way to play any game. You chuck a bad boy like processor in there, bad boy GPU, and you got the best gaming system. Nice little monitor. Yeah, it's complicated, a bit more expensive. Well, you have the best experience on that PC. You can control pretty much every aspect of the computer. So, like, if people want to play Uncharted 4, Spider-Man, just get them on the PC. Like, it's not an issue. Like, you saying, every game's comes to the PC. More money, more people playing, more accessibility. Everyone wins. There's no losers.
Down, mate.
Sam, mate. But there's no losers, is there? Like, tell me I'm wrong quickly, though.
I mean, I can tell you.
You're dead wrong.
The fanboys are losing.
Losers.
Fuck them. They're not real people, are they? They're not real human beings. They're people that are like invested in this. People. They're fucking idiots. Like, they're not normal people like us. Like, we just want to play video games. We all go to work. We all come back. We're all hot and sweaty. We all have a wash. We all sit down in our underpants.
You don't know I'm hot and sweaty.
We're all hot and sweaty
know
after
that.
work, right? And then we all just sit down and play video games. And I tell you what, if a tweet gets you all upset because your fucking Uncharted 1 from PS3 days is going to the PC, and you're gonna flip your fucking lid over that. If you're gonna lose your shit over that, you need to sort your life out.
Sort your life out, mate.
That's
a
bottle
Shaun of
water.
the Dead.
No idea how many holes I punched in my wall when I read this news today.
That was a Shaun of the Dead reference. Thank you.
Oh shit. Shaun of the Dead. Next up, Assassin's Creed Valhalla game director Eric Pop. Someone's got to help me with that name there.
I'm not very good at names today.
No, I'm not. Go ahead. Tell me what that name is.
Baptizat.
Yeah. Real simple name there. Yeah.
I just said it.
You did just say it.
You don't even know if you're pronouncing it right. Anyways, he has left Ubisoft and joined EA Motive. They're now working on an unannounced project. This kind of ties into the rumors from last week that EA Motive is. What were they doing? They were making
Dead Space.
They were bringing back an old IP.
Rumor.
Yeah, that was it.
So they're ramping.
Yeah, they're ramping up here. Got a game director now. So at least we know whatever game they are making is probably pretty early on still.
Yeah, that's definitely what this tells me.
But we're supposed to be getting an announcement of it next month at EA Play. So
this month, it's this month now.
Oh,
we're in June. We're in July. Yeah.
Okay, well, tickle me surprised, guys. What do you think of this?
Cool.
Yeah,
good for him.
You know what I mean? I mean, how long does this guy work for the same company for? Like, I like to think like that. Like,
probably forever.
Exactly.
Yeah, how long? Who knows how long he's been at UB? I'm not sure.
Making a Ubisoft game is, I can imagine it being very repetitive. Like, they all want
just like the games.
They like the same formula. They like the same, Pardon?
Nothing. Keep going.
Nothing, man. Keep going.
Good for you. Go and make Dead Space and don't be long.
Or whatever he's making. Yeah.
Oh, so look.
If it is Dead Space, is this the guy we want on this stuff? I just don't know. Like,
I mean, why not?
I mean, maybe he's into horror and shit.
You don't know his talent.
I don't at all.
He's just the studio head. He's not like he's writing.
I just take it at face value. The game director for Assassin's Creed Valhalla is not making a Dead Space game, or perhaps he is. If you take it as that, it's just like that doesn't really add up to me. But I don't know.
We don't know his talents, so I can't say.
Sure. Yeah, I wonder what route they'll end up going with Dead Space with this. Like, will it be more of an open world type thing, or are we just gonna get a traditional?
Yeah, is that why
we don't even know if it is fucking Dead Space? So I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if it's open world, I would assume it's not Dead Space.
Yeah, you would think, right?
Yeah.
Every game's open world.
What was that?
Dead Space?
Every game is open world.
Somewhat.
No.
Somewhat now.
I tell you what, like in next month. Wow, it's July. And EA Play starts, and my man WWE Tag Team Champion Xavier Woods. He's like, here's the next big game for Motive. Listen, me and Woods go way back. We are
way back. Oh, okay.
Veterans. All right, you ring him
up.
I'll be like,
your mates back in school.
Yeah,
what do you guys call elementary school there?
Just secondary school.
Secondary school.
Secondary.
You two are mates?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, Sam, mate. Yeah.
Sam, mate.
3 of the biggest games this year were not open worlds. Or 3 of the best games this year.
What were we talking about?
Open world. Hitman 3, not open world.
Kind of.
Ratchet, not open world. Open area. Again,
there was an open world.
Not open world. Not open world. You're going between little areas. That's like, even Borderlands isn't an open world game.
But
and you got It Takes Two, not an open world game. I guess you could say Resident Evil is, but then it's pretty segmented as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think if you get a Dead Space, you're gonna get, I'd say, between the Hitman and
the Ishimura wasn't open world, but he explored
Besides It Takes Two, though, all those games you just named, the other 2 games you just named had open world elements.
Elements, and I mean, you could say Dead Space 1 did. You explored the Ishimura, but
sure,
it was pretty like segmented.
I think that's just what he means, that all games are open world.
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, is that it? Moving on.
Look at that smirk. I don't know. He's over there smirking.
Okay, moving on then. Remedy has signed a deal with 505 Games to make a Control spin-off that's a 4-player co-op game, PvE specifically. And then Remedy is also working on a bigger budget Control sequel. Exciting news. I'm not into the multiplayer one. Well, maybe I would be. I don't know. I'd have to see it, I guess. But
yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, not necessarily what I want to see from Remedy. You know, making a Control multiplayer spin-off. I'd rather just work full force on the Control sequel. But Sims, what do you think? You're smiling here. You happy?
I'm playing. What am I playing? I'm playing Google Docs with Daniel. Before I checkmate him. I fucking love Control. Like, I was thinking this today. Like, as you do, you're at work, you're cooking, you're chopping, and you chopping. I'd say Control is like probably one of my top 10 games of all time. Like, Control is sick. Like, Control is... I remember just putting it on. I was like, really umming and ahhing about it. It was like, that game that come out in like in August. Everyone kind of talks about it. And then I played it. And it was like amazing from start to finish. You know, you're picking up shit, throwing it at some shit. You get put in this room and it's like spinning. Everyone's having a good time. And then there's a fridge. Oh, man. Good times. I've just sold the game to a lot of people. They heard fridge.
Fridges, yeah. There you go. Main selling point. Put that shit on the box.
And for saying we're going to get more Control, and if you know, if this, I mean, for me, the PvE, like God, I said, it's probably not for me. But if it's like a Back 4 Blood, where you're like a couple of agents and you're like going through that building, what's it called?
They showed an image. Did you see the image?
No, I didn't.
There were like 4 people sitting on a bench. They all just look like soldier dudes. So hopefully, it's not just a shooter in this world. Hopefully there's powers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the Remedy guy said something about combining elements from the single player into this. I don't know. Maybe they'll just have a bunch of shit to read. I don't know. This doesn't sound very interesting to me. You really gotta. I just gotta see this. You know, I gotta see it in action how it plays. I'm sure it'll play great. You know, I love the combat control. So if it's anything like that, that sounds fun.
Where do you guys like Control's never? You guys never really been like as high as I've been about Control.
I like the game a lot.
We were talking about this in the chat. Like, I love the game. The game was really fun. You know, atmosphere and whatnot was all top notch. Some of the characters were really cool, but I just thought the story was nonsense.
Yeah,
like, sometimes like
you know, like I couldn't tell you what happened in Control. She was looking for her brother, and
the whole brother stuff was weird.
The whole thing was weird. I felt like that was one of those classic problems where you have to read everything to really get the most out of the story, or really get anything out of the story in this game in particular. So yeah, I didn't love that part of it.
I just really like the bureau stuff, like them just dealing with all these crazy items and all that. I think that's really cool.
And the boss fights were really cool, stuff like that, and just really good Easter eggs.
I just remember like doing it in a weekend, like literally from start to finish, platinum it, and just after it, I was thinking, like, what an excellent experience. From moment to moment, like it's just a great experience, a great time. Yeah, fair enough. I probably couldn't tell you like what happened, you know, from A to B to C to D to D. Well, like I just had a really good time with it. Like, and the idea of just having one gun and having that and the way the gameplay, like from picking something up and give me some telekinesis in the game, I'm yours. Right? Okay. All I'm saying, if you get me some telekinesis, put some butter on it, I'll eat that shit.
Butter on it. Okay, cool. So yeah, we look forward to what Remedy does next. Next up, the former BioWare director Casey Hudson has founded a new studio called Humanoid Studios. They're working.
That's on some the only information that we know.
Yeah, we don't know anything else. We don't know what size.
It's such a. This is very much like the Jade Raymond thing, almost, where it's just like you're literally just giving me a name and nothing to go with. You know,
yeah. Like, I was kind of hoping Casey would join whatever the other studio's called from all those BioWare guys that are now making a game. Wizards or something. I can't remember what they're called.
I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I know there's a bunch of people that worked on the Mass Effect trilogy that are now there, so I was kind of assuming Casey would join
Mark
that.
Dara is doing nothing, I don't think.
Oh, yeah. Who's that?
The other director.
Oh, okay.
He left, like, right at the same time.
Yeah, so obviously not much to go on here. I have no idea what they're making. So it could be, smaller type game. We have no idea. Seems.
I feel like we're in this like gaming, a big company, AAA, AA. I feel like it's boring at the moment. We all know what the bigger studios are doing. Like we kind of know we kind of know where these chess pieces are being moved to, and then you've got this like next generation of like in the next 10, 15 years. You're gonna have Jade Raymond studio. You're gonna have this studio. There's a couple more. There's that new Call of Duty studio. So it's exciting for the future. Like all these new studios of like we are unsure. I can tell you there's going to be a Call of Duty. I can tell you there's going to be another Assassin's Creed. I can tell you there's going to be, the Star Wars stuff and all the Xbox stuff that's happening. But like for saying like there's a big question mark over it. Yeah, you guys are Casey Hudson. All we know there's a new studio. Kind of like excited. That's all you kind of need to know. Like Casey Hudson, big name. Everyone knows who Casey is. And then we got a new studio. Like I'm like, yeah, can't wait. It's like cool. Like it's a mystery. Like. Sometimes it can be predictable. Yeah. Things are very predictable at the moment, aren't we? I mean, we know what's coming. We know what we're going to get in the next 4 5 years, roughly, very roughly. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. We barely know what's happening in 2023. So
okay, but you're going to get these bigger games. You're going to get your Assassins, your Call of Duties.
I know what you're probably saying. If you went through the big studios, majority of them, you could say what they're making. Next,
like we know you're getting. We know in the distant future we're going to get Indiana Jones. We're going to get that massive Star Wars game. We're going to get that massive Avatar game. I know it's just exciting. It's like a new generation. It's like if you watch a sport, like, and you got your younger team. You can see them climbing the ranks and you're like, in about 5 years' time, they're going to be banging 50, 60 goals a week in for me. Or whatever you Americans do. It's just exciting.
I wish there was just a little bit more information on the game. That's what I want. Tell me a little bit about the game.
It's transparency for transparency's sake, isn't it? It's just like...
This comes off to me as a... hey, let me announce this new studio so that people know they can apply to the studio.
Yeah, like I can hire more people.
Yeah, exactly. Not necessarily.
Definitely.
Who knows if they even have a plan for a game right now? Sure, they have somewhat a vague idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll be there.
He might.
How much? I've had a couple more zeros. Couple more zeros. All right.
Casey Hudson,
okay.
Former BioWare.
I can't be associated with the podcast. Okay. All right, Casey. You put me.
You just said all this.
Hey, Uncle Phil. Yeah, sniper. Yeah, I need a sniper. I need right, Sims taken out.
Casey. All right, Casey. I'll be there. Don't worry. All right, no worries.
What's for dinner tonight?
I love you. Bye.
Okay, lasagna. Great. I'm sorry, we were on.
Oh man, me and Casey.
What did Casey tell you? Sims exactly.
He said you need to finish Mass Effect 2.
Okay, great. Thanks, Casey. Thanks for telling us about the studio in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, we look forward to what Casey Hudson is doing next. Next up, the video game NPD numbers for May 2021 have been released, guys.
This is what I wanted.
Time in the month
for those past couple games. What April games? Like right at the end of April, early May.
Came out like when we were doing E3 stuff.
Okay.
Near the July one, so I just kind of missed this, but we're doing it now. Not missing NPD numbers. Can't take this away from me, damn it. First up, we'll do 1 through 20. Number 20, Days Gone. There you go, Sims. Selling great on PC. It was number 247 last month.
PC numbers bumping them up.
Yeah, there you go. PC. You wonder why they're buying that PC port studio. There you fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
Told you.
Yeah. You got something to say, Sims?
Play Days Gone. That's all you need to say from me.
Number 19, Pokemon Sword and Shield. It was also number 19 last month. Number 18, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. 17, Monster Hunter Rise. 16, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. 15, this is a new one, Biomutant.
Oh, look at that. 15? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Wow, 20 people made that game. Incredible.
Oh, I thought you said 20 people buy it.
No. That's 15. Like, a lot of people bought that game. That's incredible.
Yeah, good for them. Number 14, It Takes Two. Still selling well. 13, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. 12, Super Mario 3D World. 11, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. 10, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019.
That game is so old. People are still buying Modern Warfare.
Or
Oh my
not.
god.
Number 9, Minecraft. Talk about an old game. There you fucking go.
Yeah. There must have been a sale.
Yeah, I'm sure there was. Number 8, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Number 7, here you go, Daniel, Returnal. It was number 8 last
Not
month.
bad.
So
Not bad.
went up one spot.
Yeah. Sold well.
Yeah, I wish we had exact numbers on that one. But anyways, number 6,
We'll get 'em.
Mario Kart 8. Number 5, Mortal Kombat 11.
Wow. Must have
That
been a
movie.
sale. And the movie, you're right. And the movie.
Yeah.
You're so
We
right.
bumped up those sales.
Definitely.
Number 4, new Pokemon Snap. Oh, and
Mhm.
by the way, all the Nintendo ones do not include the digital sales.
Yeah.
They're probably higher than what they appear. Number 3, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Up down all the way to 3,
Yeah. I mean,
No.
it's still there, though.
They
It's been
start
there
worrying
for...
now, aren't they? Call of
so
Duty's on the
long.
rocks.
Oh, no. Two
Yeah,
of them in the top
Activision,
10.
Might go under. Number 2, MLB The Show 21.
Like, that's the power of it being on Xbox right there.
And then your number 1, Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
There you go.
Knew it.
Yep.
So when was this for? May?
This was for May.
Yeah.
So that was only Resident Evil being on there for what, 2 weeks, basically? And it being number 1?
Yeah, 2, 3. Well, when was Resident
2.5 weeks?
Wasn't that
something
May
like
8th?
Maybe.
So maybe like 3-ish more.
that? More like 3. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's still not even a full month, and it was number 1. Like, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, good for Resident Evil. We'll certainly be getting more Resident Evil games, I'd say.
I think it'll drop down the part though. I think, we're talking 8?
This
9?
month it will,
Next
yeah.
month,
Yeah.
Trying to look.
No, I would say like 5 or something like that.
Trying to
Yeah,
look
game's
where
gonna-
it is for the year now. Here you
That
go. It
game's
is
gonna
the
keep
number
selling.
2 overall of the year now. So yeah,
See?
it sold big.
Yeah, that game did massive.
Where's
I think
Mass
it's
Effect?
going.
Right behind Black Ops. Where's Mass Effect?
In
Oh, that's a
overall
good
of the
point.
year.
It came out in June though. June. It came out in June.
Mass Effect? No, that
Yeah.
came out like May
Come out in
15th.
May.
Did it? I thought it was
Yeah.
in June.
Yeah, no, that was May.
So
Yeah,
it's not
so it
that's a
even.
good
didn't
point,
even-
Sim.
It wasn't even in the top 20.
Didn't even hit the top 20 at all.
I feel like there's something wrong there.
Me too. That doesn't
maybe
sound
That doesn't
right.
sound
Maybe if you were
right.
buying it mostly digital. I don't know.
No, because the PlayStation does include the digital.
Yeah,
right?
PlayStation and Xbox share their digital ones.
Maybe it just didn't sell that well.
I highly
maybe.
doubt that. I highly doubt that. There's something.
I do too. That does seem very off. Maybe
I mean,
they're
it
not
does to
counting
me,
it.
but I don't know. Maybe EA didn't release the numbers.
Trying to look if it's anywhere.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
they
It's
didn't
not on
release the
any of these
numbers then.
lists. That is very strange. Good point,
Yeah.
Sims.
I mean, it. I agree. It probably should be on there, but they might not have the information to put it on there.
Remember that for next month's MPD. Because if it's
Okay.
not on that one, then there's something up. But yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
those are your MPD numbers. And with that, that's all the news we have for the week.
Smashed it.
Yeah, a really busy week.
Busy ass week, tell you that much. We'll now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, start with you. Excited to talk to you about what you've been playing.
Sure. I've been playing a
have you
good
been
amount. I started Chivalry 2. It is a wacky game. I don't know if you do you both have experience with the series at all?
Not at all.
No.
Okay.
Explain to me
So-
what this even is.
Yeah, so it's a big 2-team fighting each other with swords. That's basically what it is. But
What do you mean
It's-
2-team?
there's 2 huge teams fighting each other. So there are
Oh,
6
so this is like a giant multiplayer type thing?
giant multiplayer only. Yeah.
Okay.
Only multiplayer.
Gotcha.
I think it's in 2 it has 64 versus 64. So there are
Ooh.
just people everywhere.
You could
fighting
like
each
have
other.
like a full-on war with this. you know,
Yeah,
just,
well, that's what it
people
is.
on the
It's-
battlefield, is it?
There are, I think, a couple of different modes, but usually there's like a defending team and then like an attacking team, and there's a couple different classes. There's like a bowman, which those are the losers. Who wants to use a bow when you can use an axe or a sword? You know?
Yeah.
Bunch of
Unless you're just
losers.
gonna sit back and like.
Especially in this game. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like bows in D&D. This isn't D&D. Okay, I want to run at people.
Not D&D.
No. Yeah, the physics are really weird because like when you swing, you have to like move your person, and you can kind of like get sweeping attacks. So you have to like actually
You have
like
to, like,
move.
kind of go with the momentum.
Yeah,
of the sword?
yeah.
Interesting.
And they kind of teach you in the tutorial of like momentum and blocking at the right time and stuff like that. It's really goofy. In the tutorial, they talk about role playing is encouraged, so they want you to do like the emote wheel and like have your person scream. Like there is literally, if you double tap X, it's called a battle cry, and your guy just goes ah
There's a screen button. Hell yeah.
all the time, all
Every
the
game should
time.
have this.
Literally everyone does
See
it
what I can do.
all the time. Just like everyone is just constantly pressing this button and just screaming, and it's loud. Yeah, as soon as everyone spawns, they're just screaming. It's so funny.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it is. It's just a dumb fun game, and it's a budget game. It is not full priced. I think it was 40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
What are you playing this on?
I'm playing on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
I didn't know if
everywhere.
this was
Is it on?
Is it on everything?
Yeah, I think it's PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Are you gonna say something, Sims?
Is it on Games Pass?
It is not. No, I
Man.
bought it.
I'd happily play this game.
This would be a
I'm
great.
trying to
Game
show
Pass
Connor.
game
I'm
if they
trying to
got
show
it.
Connor. Let's see what it is.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's just dumb fun. You're running into the battlefield. If you get surrounded, it's super hard to like do anything. You really don't want to like run into like 3 dudes because you're just gonna get your head cut off.
It's not good. It's not good.
There's a lot into the combat too. Like you can throw weapons, you get like a secondary weapon, you can throw like daggers and stuff. You could just throw your main weapon. Like if you have like an axe or something, or like a sword, you can literally just toss it and then you just start punching people, or you can go pick it up again.
Connor, this looks dope.
This does look dope.
It does look sick.
Why have I never heard of this?
I don't know.
I just thought it was an RTS. I kind of just know, it's an RTS.
It's got that name, right? It sounds like an RTS.
Yeah.
There's people with shields. I don't know how you get a shield. I've been waiting to like just to try it out.
You can't just pick one up off like a dead body or some shit.
I might be able to do that, but like I wanted just to equip one so I could run around with a shield, but I have not gotten one.
Terrifying. It's like some Game of Thrones shit.
It is, dude. It's like Battle of the Bastards. You're just running at each other. Big swarms. You have to like group up with your people.
Every someone scream.
There's like 4 classes too. So like I said, there's a bowman. There's also, I think it's a vanguard, a knight, and then there's one other one. And they all kind of have like an ability they could do. The knight has like a horn, and when you do the horn, it's like a radius around you, and they get like health regen. The vanguard gets like a little like oil bomb he could throw, so you can like catch people on fire. The bow, I really play mostly the vanguard. The bow, what is the bow's ability? I don't remember the bow's ability.
You just,
but yeah.
So how does it
No,
start?
everyone
Like,
screams.
how does the game start? Like you all like.
So basically, usually there's like a main guy in the front, and he's like talking and getting people riled up, and then you just start running.
Is
yeah,
it
like
all-
Braveheart.
Is it all
You run.
multiplayer?
It's only multiplayer. Yeah.
I would love it if you could make a speech to all the soldiers beforehand.
It seems like it is a player character, but like they're just in the front, like walking, and then you just start and you running and you scream your battle cry.
Put me on a horse. Let me make a giant.
There's no
speech
horses
before we go to battle.
That'd be cool. That'd
So,
be
I mean,
like a
Cavalry or whatever it's
Cavalier.
called.
I might have been
Cavalier.
like I missed what you just said because I was trying to get the footage up. But like,
That's
what's the objective?
Hill.
It depends on the game mode. So some of them, like usually there's one team defending stuff, so they have to like defend the gate. Like one of them is like the offensive team is like pushing this big thing to like break through the gate, and then once you do that, then they'll have like a couple other objectives. It's kind of like Battlefield's, what is it, Conquest, where you're kind of like moving. They have that game
you try to capture like each point.
Yeah, not a point. No, not like the domination one. Oh no, Rush. Then it's Rush. If you've played Battlefield's Rush, where you're like, Battlefront 2 has the same thing, where you're like going to different levels.
And you kind of like take the area.
Exactly.
And then you move on to the next one.
Spawns will kind of move just a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so that. Then there's also like a team deathmatch where you're just like running around, just killing everybody. And I think there's like a mode where you just by yourself.
They're cap
like a
the
free-for-all.
flag. Love
Cap the Flag would be cool. That would be fun. It's not in the game.
Behind enemy lines. Get that shit.
Yeah.
This sounds awesome.
It's great. It'd be fun for all three of us to play it.
Right? That'd be fun as fuck.
It'd be really fun. It's a ridiculous game. Ridiculous physics. There's one time I was just fighting somebody and my arm got cut off. It was just gone, and I can't have like a meter, and I was bleeding out.
You could still play without your arm?
There was a meter, and it was like you were bleeding out, you were gonna die, and I could just swing until I was dead.
Can you not pin your arm on?
No one's talking about this game.
It's ridiculous.
Is there a review?
You can. There are reviews. It's reviewing like 8s. It's great. It's just dumb fun. I just have a lot of fun with it. There's always these little
name. Like, I don't know why no one's ever talked about this. Sounds like a mobile game.
Yeah.
It just sounds like Total Rome.
It looks.
You know what I mean?
It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's not the best looking game. But it's all about those little story moments you make of like, I keep running into the same guy, or like my teammate walked in front of me and I just hit him in the back. You know, like there are team damage.
Yeah, I just
so if you're just swinging,
this guy threw an axe and his teammate ran in and he just went straight to the back of his head.
Yeah, you could set your teammate on fire if
How
he
much
walks
is it?
in front of your thing. It's $40. $40.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all. Budget game. Yeah. I really like it.
Playing one other thing, right?
I have. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake Intermission.
Spit it out, Daniel. Spit it out.
The Yuffie DLC. It's a whole.
I know. It's such a stupid name.
Yeah.
Some people call her Yuffie, and I'm like, what are you doing?
What monsters?
Yeah, I know.
She says it. She literally drops down.
Exist.
The minute one of this, she like drops down. It's like something. I'm Yuffie. She says her name.
No, they want you to know, like, it's Yuffie, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's like Yuffie. So you said you might want to check it out. Did you play it too?
No, I haven't played it. I haven't gotten around to it yet.
So I won't spoil anything. It's pretty short. I beat it in like 3.5, almost 4 hours, something like that. There were some side stuff, but Final Fantasy VII Remake didn't have great side stuff. So
it's just that the same side mission.
It's basically the same thing.
Okay,
yeah.
Those were the worst part.
Exactly. So you play as Yuffie, and you kind of meet the other main Avalanche, not our Avalanche that we met in the original game. You meet like the main group, and your partner that is with you is Sonon. He's also a Wutai ninja or something. And it's honestly, it is a Yuffie story. It's secretly a Sonon story with like introducing Yuffie to like the world. If that makes any sense. It is like Sonon is more of the like center of the story.
More of the story focused.
Yeah, in a weird way. I don't want to say too much, but she is just there and then introducing her, getting her ready for part 2. Yes.
Who's Sonon?
So if you watch the trailer, Sonon's the big dude with he has like a big old staff that he has.
So he's not in the Final Fantasy 7.
No, this is he's only in this.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. You can I'll find out, I think.
Yeah, you don't even play as him. So they do it a little differently in this because it's just him and Yuffie. Basically, you can still tell him what moves to do. But instead of controlling him, you have what they call like synergy moves. So anytime you hit, I think it's right trigger to like do one of his moves with his ATB meter. And then left trigger, his like little bar, his whole thing lights up, and so does Yuffie's. And that means he's like linked to you. So if you're doing X button and you're just like attacking, whatever enemy you're doing that, he will do that. If he has an ATB meter and you do as well, and you're synergized up, it will be a synergized ability that you do. So like Yuffie has one of her ATB abilities called Art of War. And then when you click on it, when you're synergized up, Sonon will do it with you, and it says it on the ability thing. It'll say synergized Art of War, and it becomes him doing it with you, and it becomes this really cool ability that does even more damage because there's both of them doing it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You'd think they would have just made it so you could control him as well.
Yeah, but he's only in this, so it's
Sure.
like he's
Probably
not going to be in part 2.
Trouble
Yeah.
making that. Yeah.
They don't want him to be playable, but she's really fun. She has this like shuriken. It's really big blade that she uses. She's really quick. I like that.
Did you enjoy your time overall? I know you're not biggest fan of DLCs even.
Yeah, I just knew I could beat it.
What got you to play this in the first place?
I could beat it in a night.
Yeah, that was it.
And how much I love the remake. So
Sure.
I actually, if you really want me to tell you, I listened to the entire Easy Allies spoiler cast for it.
Oh,
So I already knew going in
Right.
what happened, and because I didn't know if I wanted to play it, so I was like, we talked about this when this was announced, and I was like, I don't really want to play it, but I don't play DLC, and I listened to that, and I was like, you know what? I love that game so much, I could beat it in a night. Let's do it. It was only $20, and there are cutscenes. This I will say, there are things that you might want to see before part 2. Not that important, but there are some things in there that go right into part 2.
Yeah, I figured there would be, right?
Really good cutscene. Like, honestly, like look at it, how this game looks, 60 frames, 4K on my PS5. Like, honestly, it looked better than Rat did. So, like, this is just.
Yeah, any other noticeable upgrades with the next gen version?
It just felt smooth.
They did.
Like that combat with her, she felt so good. She's just really quick. I really liked it. I'm so excited for part 2. I hope we get some info. You know,
Yeah, only another 6 years, 7 years. You know,
I don't think it's going to be that long. They're going to have a whole team working on this. So.
You're very optimistic.
Me?
No, him. 8 years. 8 years.
10 years.
Listen to me.
PS7.
I'm gonna be a granddad when that comes out. Move over, kids! Granddad's been waiting a long time for that.
I remember when part 1 came out.
I tell you what, Daniel, it's weird seeing Easy Allies in a studio when I've never seen them in a studio before.
That's crazy that you have not watched them in the studio. that's crazy. Yeah, they're in studio now, which is cool. But yeah, that's all I've really been playing. I did a little bit of Grifflands again. I just played like one night because then I got Chivalry. And Grifflands is fun. Like card games. I really like card games. So still playing that.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely want to check out that Final Fantasy DLC.
Yeah, like I said, $20, beat it in a night. Yeah.
How much is it over here?
It's 20 for like that. Like you get the free PS5 upgrade if you own it digitally.
Yeah, I've got that.
I want to talk about this for 2 seconds, then we can move on to somebody else. I really do not like PlayStation setup for this whole stuff. They literally made me re-download the game instead of just downloading the PS5 version. They had to like.
Oh, you got to download the PS4 version.
Yeah, they had to like sync that I had the game or something.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
It's like I have the game digitally. Like I couldn't just buy intermission. This is what happened. So this no. It started with me going to the store because I was like, okay, I want to buy intermission. It said unavailable. You cannot buy intermission. You don't own the PS5 version of the game. And I said, okay, let me go in there, figure out what was going on. I had to start downloading the PS4 version so that it could know that I own it. Doesn't make any sense. Then it made me download the PS5 version so that the store knows that I own the PS5 version so that I could buy intermission.
Right.
And then I had to download the whole game.
Did you even transfer your save?
No.
Oh,
I don't even. PlayStation's whole transfer stuff, forget about it. I don't.
Yeah, I don't get why you can't just recognize that the save's there. You know,
I don't.
Very strange.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole. Did that make sense to you, Sims? It's ridiculous.
So you had to download the PS4 version. As it's downloading, then that opened up the option to get the PS5 version. So then you could download that. So the PS4 version is downloading and the PS5 version is downloading.
Yeah.
And then you could download the DLC.
Then it recognized that I even have the PS5 version.
You couldn't even buy the DLC.
Unavailable.
The PS4 version.
Unavailable. Insane.
That's great.
Insane. Sony's insane.
Yeah, I've had to do this like 3 times now because I was just transferring trophies over. I did with
people like this. People deal with this all the time.
all the time.
Ridiculous.
I hate to like agree with him, right? But like, I could easily go and get the Star Wars Platinum, and I like a Platinum, but I cannot be fucked to sort that out.
No, you know what? I have no problems on Xbox. Everything just works. They know my save. I could uninstall a game a year later, pick it up. My save is there. It's just there.
He's not wrong.
Just there.
Like honestly,
just there.
I got rid of an Xbox, brought one back, plugged it in. You know, forget the online the connection issue. That is just that's an issue. But like I was like, right, last night I sat down before, because obviously the kids are all down. Like one of my kids plays the Xbox downstairs when I'm up here, and I was like, well, I gotta make sure she's signed into her Fortnite, make sure she's got a Minecraft saves, make sure everything's actually there. All I had to do was just download Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, and I check the games. All their accounts are still logged in. It's all there. It's almost like I've not got rid of an old Xbox. It's just as simple as that. And as much as I hate admitting it, he's right.
Why would you hate admitting it?
I'm joking. It is a pain in the arse. Like that, my brother the other day texted me, "You're game FIFA." I was like, "Yes, I play a game of FIFA." Loaded my PS5 version up, doesn't work with the PS4 version because so I had to die. So I was like, "Oh, I just click the PS4. Go to choose version, click PS4. All of a sudden, it starts downloading the 50 gigabyte game. I'm like, well, we're not playing tonight, but do you know what I mean? It's like it's bullshit. Yeah. It's like I don't want to get the Star Wars.
You could do it on
Platinum.
Xbox. It's on Game Pass, right? The new
of course,
one?
yeah. I don't think it's crossplay.
It's not the new one.
I could be very wrong, but he's stupid.
My worst one was with Crash. I think I said this on the show before, but I had to download Crash. And then I downloaded the PS4 version. I saved transfer. And then I went on the PS5 version. And then not all the trophies that I had on the PS4 version popped. It was like half of them. But I had already deleted the PS4 version. So I had to download it again, save transfer it again. And then the other half popped after I transferred it one more time. This whole system has just been a fucking mess since launch.
Ridiculous.
Like I said, I
don't see how happen too many more times, right? Unless they do just continue shitting out PS5 versions of old games.
I don't see how people are just like
even further.
I don't see how people are not screaming all the time about this. Like
I feel like they all.
If I was
a good amount, like at launch, right?
Like it's just to me, it's just unacceptable. It really is. As a company that's supposed to be a software company as well as like a hardware company, this is just unacceptable.
The problem is like Xbox are doing it so well, and the PlayStation are doing it so poorly. But if both companies were doing it poorly, it'd be just normal. Oh yeah, it's just old versions. But Xbox just excels in.
I think that smart delivery thing was just built into the system.
Xbox are there to help you. Like they're like, you buy an Xbox, it's almost like you get a nice man that comes in. It's like, oh, I don't want fluffy pillows. Like, yes, Mr. Microsoft man, like please, like come and make my life easier. Like, don't worry about it. So
yeah, smart delivery.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Smart delivery is just unbelievable.
For whatever reason, Xbox thought way ahead of this one, and PlayStation apparently didn't even come across their minds.
It doesn't seem like it. Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
crazy. Well, what have you been playing, Connor?
You want to move? Let's do Sims first.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Nothing. The football is on. Like
I'm assuming you were going to talk about Mass Effect 2.
I put Mass Effect 2 on. I mean, since I suppose I played a bit. It's just Mass Effect 2, isn't it? Like, it's just incredible. Like, the story's right. The story's there. The gunplay's much better than number 1. Like, everyone's engaged. Everyone's like. Every conversation you have is just riveting, and you just want to keep helping these people. I want to keep fighting against the collectors and the elusive man. Like, it's just a great performance. If you quit smoking and you're playing this game, you're going to be smoking by the end of it because elusive man, he makes some cigarettes look good.
Oh yeah, Martin Sheen. What a great performance!
I could just do with one now. It's that and Peaky Blinders. Fucking hell, if you quit smoking. You've gone to the shop to buy a 20 deck after. They just make smoking look cool. I'm like,
surely though, in the far future Mass Effect, they've discovered a way to deflect the effect.
Yeah, Omni gel. Right? You just rub it on your lungs. Or something. You'll be fine.
I don't know. You just put it in. That's all it does. You're fine.
Yeah. It's just I want to play more, but honestly, like, I've told me to talk soccer. I'm not bothered. And he's like, I finish work at 5. I go home, there's a football game on. Have dinner. Finish dinner, put the pots away, give the kisses some kisses, give the kids some kisses, have a conversation with that. There's more football on. And I'm like, oh, I'll watch a bit, see how it goes. And then I'm like, oh, then it's like France go 3-1 up. You're like, oh, this game's dead now. I might go play some Mass Effect. Next minute, Switzerland, they're scoring 2 more goals. We're going extra time, baby. It's 10:30 at night. It's 12 at midnight in Rome. We're having a party, and then it's penalties, and then it's the emotion, and by the time he's just exhausted, no time for video games.
What was that gift for that guy? Like,
oh my god, the Swedish,
yeah,
Switzerland,
Swish.
It's swishing it, yeah. This guy's like in bits. I don't know if you've seen it, Connor. This guy's crying. They're 3-1 down. They were winning 1-0. Like, honestly, they were winning 1-0. They get a penalty. They miss the penalty. France go back, score a goal straight away. Then kick off. France then score another goal. They're 2-1 down. Hopes and dreams down the toilet. Then my man Paul Pogba scores an absolute banger, and because of the kind of player he is, he don't even celebrate. He just does this. He just hits it and just goes. I'm like, Paul Pogba's sick.
Got it.
Then I'm like, this game is dead. Mass Effect 2 time for Steve. I don't need to watch any more of this game. Before you know it, the Swish are up 3-3. I'm just about to go and get myself some nice cocoa, get ready for nighty, sleepy time. Next minute, coffee's on, extra time's on. Oh man, Steve's having a party. And then, because I don't, I just don't like French football teams. I don't like any team better than England, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah, the French are good.
Yeah, they're so good, favourites. And watching them get knocked out, oh my god, best together. So then obviously there's 2 more. This is what you've been watching, soccer. And then because last night we got 2 more. We got 2 days off for football, and it's killing me, honestly. And last night I sat down. I was like, gaming time. And you know what I did, boys? I was gonna play Mass Effect 2, but you know what I did? I played some good old fashioned FIFA.
Got you into it.
I felt so dirty.
In the mood.
I was just after I was like, I shouldn't have played FIFA. I should have played Mass Effect, but it felt so good.
Yeah, but what he was saying is that same fan that they showed crying. They showed him again. He had his shirt off. He was yeah.
Honestly, within seconds, he was and that is oh, look at him. And then a minute later, it was so good. And a big shout out to that German girl crying in the crowd at Wembley. You know what you did.
Bastard.
The commentator, the cameraman, obviously we're beating Germany. They show the cameraman are bastards, aren't they? They show this 6-year-old girl crying her eyes out because Germany are Germany are losing. There's so many tweets about a pub full of grown men going, "Whoa!" This little girl. This should not go on the internet. It's funny. Soccer's good, man. You Americans, you don't know what you're missing.
I like soccer.
Football. So good, man.
So, Connor, did you hear this? Apparently, they used to call it soccer. Really? And then they changed it to football in England. Isn't that crazy? And then they make fun of us.
Football makes more sense to call it that.
Yeah.
You're playing the whole game with your feet.
And then you Americans play football, National Football League, with your hands.
Yeah.
There's kicking in it.
It's shit. The game is shit. You stop and start. I don't get why you need anyone. I don't get why you need any of these athletes. I don't get why half of them don't need to be fit.
I'm telling you,
I could play
NFL. Agreeing with you, Sims. I'm going to tell you right now that is a lot of the reason why, as a sport, NFL is slowing. A lot of these other sports are becoming more popular because people don't like that. People are getting hurt. NFL people get hurt all the time. They're 400-pound guys just hitting each other, getting hurt all the time.
Because they're girls.
Yeah, but they're getting concussions and brain damage.
Yeah, but I watched the rugby game the other day, and this guy upset this other guy. He walked up to him, wellied him, just one-bombed him on the to the deck. Right, then all his other teammates yo man, don't do that to my man. The guy that he hit and put on the floor got up, shook the other guy's hand, and then because he got sent off, and they carried on. Come on, rugby.
Yeah, but this is America. Americans are different.
I don't understand this, these full contact sports. I don't know. I just don't see how anyone finds this.
it's a good sport. It's just there's too much stop and go. That's a big problem with it.
I try and watch the Super Bowl every year, and I could never stay awake for it because it's just like
I watch basketball, the best sport in the world.
I just see it's like, oh, he's on like fifth and down. Oh, they're going again. Oh, they've stopped again. It's just like, oh.
You got to watch a replay of that same play at least 5 times. And then it goes to a 10-minute commercial break.
Isn't it?
Yep.
And now, word from our sponsors.
Only actually playing for like 10 minutes.
Oh my god!
The whole
I don't get why people
you sit
like
there and watch like a 4-hour game, and there's only like
they run the clock. Time. That is like a strategy in the game. Is they run the clock?
What from the beginning?
Burn that clock out. No. There is a shot clock on the bottom where they'll wait to actually snap the ball because they're running the time down. That is a like strategy in football. Run the time down so that they have less time to score. That is a legit strategy.
In soccer, when you're 1-0 up and it's 90th minute, you just run to the fucking corner. Or you just get tackled and stay on the ground for 15 minutes. Alright? That's a real game. That's a real game. I saw a guy tackle a guy, right, that's his leg, and he went like that, and his leg went this way.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Let's move on.
The guy got up. He got up. Ran it off.
Not much. You're fine.
2 more weeks, and I'm gonna play a bit of Mass Effect. Probably the weekend, depends. But video games, this happened to God of War. This happened to me and God of War. Like God of War came out at the wrong time. I was watching World Cup too much. Forgot how to throw that Leviathan axe.
Yeah,
goddamn World Cup.
Connor, what are you playing, mate? What are you playing?
Anyways, I'm playing Mass Effect 3. Balls deep in Mass Effect 3 now. Balls deep. You know what I mean, Tim?
I do, brother.
Yeah, it's just continuing on from what I said last week. I still think that combat's the best in this one by far. Not even really close, to be honest. There's so many minor improvements that over 2 that the combat just feels way smoother. But yeah, it's just Mass Effect 3. Really enjoying it.
What about
what
the best character?
Javik?
No, Kai Lang.
Kai Lang. Who's I haven't got to them yet. Not there yet. Yeah, not that far.
Not there yet.
I actually did touching on that. I think Javik's the best character, at least the best new character that they introduced. He's the
Javik is the Prothean.
He's the Prothean that you get. But the crazy thing is that he was a DLC character, which is nuts. One of the most interesting characters, probably in the whole.
Yeah, wasn't he a pre-order bonus or something?
Yeah, it was like a pre-order bonus.
Yeah,
you get so much interesting lore out of this guy, like with the whole Prothean race.
I mean, he's still in the game. You just couldn't like have him on your team.
Really?
But I never used him on my. I'm pretty sure, but I never used him. Like he wasn't on like on my.
He's really good in combat too. Yeah,
he is. I tried him, but like it was always Garrison.
Just his storyline though is just like I cannot believe this guy was blocked by DLC because I definitely had him back in my original playthrough, but it's crazy. You get a lot of interesting stuff out of him.
Quick question on number 2. There's a woman like I've not seen before. Was she DLC?
Oh, Kasumi.
There's 2 of them. There's Kasumi and Zaid.
And they're right at the beginning, aren't they?
Yeah.
These 2 random people just turned up.
Loyalty missions whenever, but you shouldn't do Zaid's till the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Kasumi is awesome.
No, they just. I was like,
Zaid's cool.
Just like scrubbing my head. I was like,
both are very good. It's crazy. All these DLC characters that this must have been when EA got their mitts on this game because man, that's just crazy. Locked behind full characters behind DLC.
2 had a lot of DLC.
Yeah, I don't mind like paid DLC with just more content and stuff, but putting characters behind that seems a little shady to me.
Yeah,
Mass Effect 3, I'm liking. You gotta get into the whole war asset thing with Mass Effect 3. That's pretty much everything you do will add up into the war assets, and there's like a certain bar with the war asset that you need to fill to be able to stop the Reapers, And then the further you go with it, the better your chances are with that type of stuff. So it's pretty much everything you do now just adds up into the war assets, like every conversation you have, every side quest, stuff like that. So you really want to focus and do everything in this one, just to make sure you have enough.
It's crazy. I don't remember number 3.
Yeah, if you remember,
I was the same as you. Actually, I didn't remember too much at 3. Like I remember 3 and like the base story of it, but a lot of the small details are kind of new to me. not new, but obviously I experienced it before. But yeah, I did not remember.
Yeah, if you
You
played the
recommend it?
multiplayer, it would help with that bar. as
Yeah,
well.
you could play a shit ton of the multiplayer. I don't know how they're making up for that in this. I don't know. If
Maybe they
there's,
just give you
extra
more
stuff
for doing
added or
stuff.
whatnot. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe that's probably is it. You probably
could
just get
be.
a little bit more for stuff. That would make sense. There's rumors that the multiplayer is coming out still with this.
There's no need at this
I'd
point.
I'd play the fucking shit out of that. I mean, you Sims.
Like they should have just
that.
did it with launch rate. Then like they should have just launched it all together.
Yeah, I agree. They should have just done that if they were going to do it. But I'd still be down for that. I love that. Just a little horde mode, stuff like that. One thing that's weird with Mass Effect 3 is that like they totally take away the like exploration you want to do in Mass Effect, or just like going around, because like everything's so like war torn now, and like all the races are acting different and stuff. It's really just like trying to bring different races together to stop the Reapers. So you really don't get that whole like, oh, let's just go explore a planet and see how this civilization lives or whatever, stuff like that.
No, the fight's here.
Yeah, the fight's here. Everything's all different. So you could never play Mass Effect 3 without having at least played 2. You could play 2 without playing 1, I think, and you'd be fine.
Yeah,
you could
definitely.
never just hop into 3. I don't think
That's exactly
you would
what I
totally
did.
miss the point of Mass Effect.
That's
really
every time you talk about
Yeah.
Mass Effect, I played 1 and you played 2. You're playing 3. I'm playing 2. I just want to play 3 now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the 2 is certainly the better game, but I mean combat wise, I just think 3's.
Isn't it weird
Yeah.
how they didn't like put their obviously they know the combat and the gameplay is better in 3. One they just implements it in 1 and 2.
I think that
Just
would
too
be
much
a
work.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to put that much work into this game.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I gotta say.
Going back to the
How's
Xbox.
Freddie Prinze?
Go on.
How's Freddie Prinze Jr.?
I try to avoid talking to that guy. James is.
I love
James is
Freddie
a bad
Prinze Jr.
character. James is
Yeah.
a bad character. He should
Yeah.
not be in this. He's just he's boring. You definitely don't even want him there. What, you want to say something?
I want you to get this Xbox. I'm going to peer pressure you every week now because we need to play Back 4 Blood together, man. We want to play some Back 4 Blood.
Xbox. I'm gonna have it by then. I'm getting
that,
it by
man.
12 minutes.
That's like end of October.
Yeah.
You better keep
You
it
need to
up.
be on
Keep
it,
up
man.
on
You
it.
need to be on it.
They're
You need to be-
they're selling out.
Hey
Selling
guys,
out, man. You
get an
need to be on it.
Xbox. Calm down.
I just don't trust you. I need you to get it. I like to hunt for these.
Okay.
Well, apparently
I'll
I'm
get
being
Gonna get
paid,
one.
so you need to get it because
Daniel's-
of Game Pass.
Daniel literally texts me every 2 minutes about Game Pass. I get
Yeah.
it.
That's all
You
I
too.
say. That's all I say. Apparently, Game Pass.
That is it. We will now move on to the game.
Guys, I got a
And-
dip for 2 secs. I need to go. I need to go
Just got a
short.
dip.
I was supposed to go short. I'll be back in 2 secs. Well,
Okay, we're gonna play 20 questions, just so you know. Yeah, you can hear me say that. but,
I'll do this myself.
yeah, I have the game pulled up.
Gonna get it before Sims even gets
hello.
back.
Yeah. I am ready whenever you are. Let me
Did this game come out
Scroll
before
just
the
a
year
minute.
2000?
before. No,
Thank God. Okay. Did this game come
you
out?
hate everything that came out.
Video
before
games did not exist before the year 2000. They did not. Okay. If I haven't heard of it, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Did this game come out before the year 2010?
Yes.
Cool. Got a decade. Is this game exclusive to a specific console?
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
Third
Just making
party. All right, third party. Let's get. Did this game come out before the year 2005?
No.
Okay.
Man, you guys with the years.
Yeah,
You guys
gotta
trying to
narrow
make
this
it
shit
way
down.
too easy
you
on
got a
yourselves.
corner. You got a corner here, like a.
Yeah, you guys
yeah,
have
like a
fun with
snake.
it. You got,
What do you mean?
It's not
This
about-
is fun.
This is for.
I have a
Alright.
5-year gap now. Okay. 2005, 2010. This game come out or originally launched on the Xbox 360.
yes.
Okay.
Wait.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. Sorry.
Okay.
I misread that.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Was this game published by EA?
No. No
2005
EA.
through 2010. Not EA.
A lot of
Console
stuff.
exclusive. Launched on 360. Is this a first-person game?
No.
No. Okay. Not a first person.
Not first person.
Where do I want to go here? Is this an RPG?
No. No. No, it's not.
No, not an RPG. Okay.
No.
Is this a third-person shooter?
It's not. It's not a shooter.
Not a shooter.
You might be like doing some shooting something, but
Bag
it's not
shooting.
like a. Yeah, it's not really like a shooter.
Okay. Does this game come out on Wii?
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
Interesting. Came out on
it's
Wii.
already 10 questions.
60. All right. Was this game made in Japan?
No,
Okay. Not a Japanese game.
not a Japanese game.
Not a Japanese game. Not first person. Okay. Did this game, was it published by Ubisoft?
It was not.
Not published by Ubisoft. I need a publisher.
Is that what helps? I mean, you should figure out what you do in the game.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming it's a third person melee type thing now, but maybe I'm completely off still.
Can't help you.
No, you cannot. Where's Sims? Where's Sims when I need him?
He'll be back.
Is this game rated M?
Ooh, that's a great question. I want to say it is. I want to say it is. Actually, I don't think it is. I'm not sure where this would be at. I want to say it's T. Because this is at the time when there was a lot of T for T games. Teen for teen. I want to say it's T for teen.
T for teens. Okay.
I don't see it, but I want to say it's T.
Does this game have zombies in it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Interesting.
I don't think so.
Normally that would be just a.
I forget how many. I think I missed it. Were you at? Was that 14 or was that 15?
No, we're at 3. Thank you.
Was that the 14th question? I'm a little.
Oh, no, you have 4 fingers up. No, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I put my hand down for a second.
You have up.
Okay, we'll just leave it here.
Sure. I'd like to save some for Sims.
It's okay. Keep going.
Okay, sure.
I don't think there are zombies.
Okay, let's do a recap here. It's on 360. It's also on Wii.
Yep. Not an RPG.
2005 and 2010. Not an RPG. It's not a first-person game.
Not Japanese.
Third-person game of some sort. I wonder if you're like building things here. I wonder if it's like a tycoon type game. Something like that.
Not Japanese. It's you there. I think you shoot some stuff, but it's not a shooter.
Stuff, sure, but it's not a shooter. Is the main thing here combat? Like, are you fighting things? You killing things? That the main idea here?
No, I would not say that's the main thing. No.
Okay.
No.
Interesting. You are doing that. Okay. This is a puzzle game?
I think that there are puzzle bits to it. I wouldn't say it's like a puzzle game though.
It's one of those games with multiple genres in it, which is very hard to pin down. Are you building stuff in this game?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, no building stuff. I'm at a loss here. Trying to think early.
There's some like broad key questions you can ask.
Are there?
Yeah, I can only say that because I know what the game is, but like,
Sure.
there's a few questions I think that would help from where you are right now.
Oh,
You have a good amount of information, but you don't
I
have
do
like,
have
a
a good amount of
developer.
information.
You don't have a publisher.
I was thinking like a Dead Rising or something, but can't be that.
It's not Japanese.
Yeah. Also, the main focus on that is combat.
Yeah, and there's zombies. Yeah.
Man, this is tough. This is tough. Did this game review well?
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Right away answer there. It must have reviewed really well.
Well, I also I'm looking at the game. I know exactly what it is. It definitely reviewed well.
Sure. Might be shooting something.
There might be shooting. Yeah, something shooting in it.
Yeah, I'm too hung up on that.
Yeah, don't get hung up on that.
Yeah, no. Oh, I'm out of focus.
Yeah, that's how much the game's destroying you.
Yeah, I mean I'm out of focus, literally, and in my mind as well.
Your brain's out of focus.
Yeah, fuck. Would this game have been in like the game of the year talk?
Ooh, that's a great question. I really like that question. I would say yes for some people.
For some people, okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
You got one more question, then a guess.
Oof. Oh man.
Reviewed well. For some people, this would be game of the year.
Reviewed well. For some people, it might be game of the year. Okay. Well,
that's a great question. I don't think we've ever had that question here. I like that question a lot.
I got to think outside the box here now. I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, in your own head, you could break down those years.
I'm trying to, but like, I just come. It's funny because like I'm thinking of like each year there, and it's like I can only think of one game that came out in those years. Man, but there's so fucking many. All right. Man, I have no idea here. I'm at a loss.
You have one question. Limit it for one question.
What was that game Steven Spielberg helped with? You know what I'm talking about? It was like a puzzle game. It was like something blocks.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I don't know why this is what I'm thinking of.
What are you talking about?
This is the only thing that could come
across my Halo game
mind right now. No, Steven Spielberg. He like helped with the game. It was on Wii. I don't know if it was on 360 though. I don't know what he did with the game either. I just remember him being on the box. Like it said Steven Spielberg. So
did it really?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Just trying to sell that real hard.
Yeah, definitely selling it.
Fuck, man. I need Sims. I have no idea. Someone's got to talk this out with me.
You got one more question.
Okay, one more question. Fuck. It's just weird with the mixing the genres, like because I would just ask like another genre, but like that wouldn't get me anywhere.
Would ask what you think would help. Developer maybe.
Or the developer would help, but if I just guess another developer and you said no, I'm at a loss. You know.
Yeah, it's just not Japanese. Remember that.
It's not Japanese.
It's the only thing that you asked about it. It's not Yubi and it's not Japanese.
And wasn't published by EA either.
Wasn't published by EA.
It couldn't have been like a Sony thing because, that doesn't make any sense.
I didn't say it couldn't be on that platform.
No, I'm sure it is on PlayStation as well. If it was on 360, I'm just it wasn't like published by Sony, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, Sims has really cool bed sheets. I realize he doesn't even like Star Wars. Why does he have Star
Wars? I don't know. He hates on he calls us nerds for liking Star Wars, and he's got the Star Wars sheets.
The nerdiest fucking blanket I've ever seen. He isn't even for someone that doesn't even like
I just have a basic like pattern on my sheets.
Yeah, me too. I don't he's got a full shebang here. I don't think he likes.
They can't see that
Christmas
right now.
Either. Oh, they can't.
We're the only ones seeing it right now.
Describing Sim's bed now. It's a really cool Joker picture.
All right. What is your last?
I don't think he's a big Batman fan either. Fuck, man. I really don't know. No More Heroes, maybe.
Oh, there he is. Maybe he's here to help save you.
He's got to help
he's
with
here to
this
save
one
you.
question.
He's fallen over.
Sibs.
Here he is. He's going to try to help save you.
I have one question left, and I have no idea. His kid was behind the bed the whole time. Wow. What a shock.
What's going on?
Okay.
I
will
one
try to
question
recap.
left.
It is between 2005 2010. It's not a Japanese game. Not published by Ubisoft. Not published by EA. It's not first person. You don't. It's not a shooter. But you might shoot things.
It wasn't published by EA. It wasn't published by Ubisoft.
What else? It was on 360. It was on Wii.
It was on Wii and 360.
It reviewed well. It could have been Game of the Year that year.
What year is it?
We don't have an exact year.
It was 2005 to 2010.
Could have been Game of the Year that year. Reviewed really well. Who didn't publish
on
it?
Wii and 360.
Not Ubi, not EA, and it's not a Japanese game. Not Ubi, not EA, not Japanese.
I don't know what I did with the other.
You guys get one question.
Oh, what? And then I can guess the game.
Yeah,
it's rated T for teen. That was another one. T for teen. At least I'm almost 100% positive it's T for teen.
Is have you asked about the publisher or developer? Are they still alive and kicking?
I did not ask that. We could ask that.
You got one question.
Help. I feel like a specific year would help me most here. It's
not an RPG.
Third person something where you may or may not shoot.
Not an RPG.
Not first person. It's not an RPG. And you don't build
no
things.
Zombies.
No zombies. I was thinking like a tycoon game, but like you don't build shit. Also, it's like a game of the year type thing. So
those are good games.
No, they are, but like no one's gonna fucking talk about those for game of the year. I'm so lost.
One question.
Okay. I think an exact year would help me the most. So I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark and ask for an exact year.
I mean, if you really want to.
Out of the 5.
Well, I'm feeling.
I don't think that's your best. I'm just gonna say I don't think that's your best question.
I think it is. What did you want to say, Sim?
What year are we thinking?
Or do you have a better question?
Like I'm thinking of the years too, and it's like none of these years would even help me.
Do you have a better question, Sims? You haven't asked a question.
No. Who's it not published by?
EA.
I don't know.
Ubisoft. Japanese. It's not those.
Not any of those.
So it could be Activision.
Could be Activision. This is also on Wii.
Square Enix. Activision did a lot of games on Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Did they? Like what?
Yeah, they did.
Everything.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, I know, but like, is he really gonna pick one of the CODs?
No.
I guess he could.
It's third person, not first person.
Oh yeah, it's third person. Yeah, good.
Yeah, and they're shooting in that game.
Yeah, there's also zombies.
What game's relevant this
fuck,
week?
Man. That's what I was trying to think of.
There's nothing.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, see, he's not. He's learned. He's learned too much. I let him on. Oh man, this one's hard.
I picked a good one.
You did. You
got one question. I'm going to tell you, I don't think the year's going to help you. I think you need a different question.
I don't think anything's going to help me at this point.
Sims, you ask the question because you have not gotten any of these questions.
Was this game published by Activision?
It is not an Activision published game.
Okay.
Motherfucker, Sims.
Okay.
So now you got your guess.
Is this game enslaved?
Is that what you want to go with?
Odyssey to the West? Nah, that didn't come out till like 2012. Don't say that. But that's a better guess than anything I have, to be fair.
2008, Xbox 360, Wii. So it come out on Xbox 360 and Wii between 2005 and 2010?
Yeah. That's
so when did the Xbox 360 come out? 2008?
2005.
2005. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was earlier than all that. I got nothing.
Just guess a game then.
Is this game Mad World?
No, it is Enslaved. No, I'm just kidding. The game is Bully, released October 17th, 2006. Published by Rockstar Vancouver. Developed by Rockstar Games.
You can shoot a slingshot.
Written by the Hauser brothers, of course. Dan Hauser specifically. Released on PS2, Wii, 360, PC, eventually, Android and iOS mobile versions eventually as well.
Do you remember when we started the podcast and then Dan Hauser heard and he was like,
yeah, that was one of our first things.
I gotta leave
left the industry
because the Nerdic God boys are on like the scene, and he just handed his resignation in out of fear.
Wow.
I feel like we did
Coward.
that, boys.
Coward. I would say though, the main thing in that game is still combat.
Yes, but it's not like you're killing things. You were kind of alluding to killing a lot of stuff. You're not really killing things.
Fair enough.
You know, you're shooting stuff like you're shooting like your slingshot, right? I never played the game. But you're like you are like, yeah, it's a beat 'em up. I think you have like a slingshot and stuff. So
yeah, you do have a slingshot. Also, a go kart in that game if you beat it. Very fun.
Nice. You get like a skateboard too, right?
Yeah, you get skateboards.
Skate around.
I never beat it.
Yeah, I never played it.
It's always on sale for like £4.
Yeah, it's always cheap. I'll just wait for
people overhype that game a little bit, but
probably.
Yeah, people talk about it like it was this like.
I mean, this was like the height of Rockstar.
It's just like a different Rockstar game, isn't it? It's like everyone got really excited about Lane of War, and it never really. Like it was good for the time.
It was them trying to make a beat 'em up. Just like a lot like the Warriors game. I think I forget which one came out first. I think the Warriors came out first.
Yeah, PS2.
Whichever one came out first, they like built upon the elements from that other.
Yeah, I mean, this was out on PS2.
Was on PS2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was.
It's probably around the same time.
It's when Rockstar put out a game once a year. Remember that?
It was like every other year, basically. It was a new Rockstar game. Man.
Oh man.
Now it's like every 8 years.
We're not
now apparently GTA 6 isn't coming out till 2025.
Yeah. That'd be what, 7 years after? 7 years, right?
7 years after Red Dead. Fucking what is it? 12 years after GTA 5. Crazy. Crazy.
It just means we'll appreciate it more.
There you go.
Maybe not. And with that was the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 73. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to our channel.
Please subscribe, comment, call me a fanboy. I don't care.
Yeah, call Daniel out, man. He just,
he needs to take it down a peg or two. For his fucking trending Game Pass.
Oh, I'm the one. Am I the one that started that joke?
You're the one that started, Daniel.
Wow.
Damn it, Daniel.
Wow.
Damn it, Daniel. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.
It's coming home. Yeah, England.